This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories.
And welcome to my review of the Lego Dark Falcon. And honestly, this is a great video to do just before May the 4th. It's a really cool, different, and unique set based off of the Rebuild the Galaxy special from last year, which is returning for a new season later this year. And honestly, as I said, this is just it's a cool, impressive looking set. It is very much the opposite of the Millennium Falcon from before, and not only in a color scheme where it's all black, but there's also those red accents and Death Star laser on it, which is cool. But it also has different features, and it's not just a cool alternate version. But the best part of this set is not the build, is its extremely crazy cast of minifigures. So we're going to take a look at those, and that'll be from least interesting to most interesting. First we have is Darth Ray, and I mean the figure looks good, but I mean Ray is not my favorite. It's a nice looking figure with these two head prints and the Sith eyes. And honestly, this is kind of what I wish they did with Rey, made her fall to the dark side, which would have been way more interesting. But yeah, it's a nice figure, but definitely the weakest. Also, the other one maybe a way to have a lightsaber extend out. It probably should have included another hilt that could have been used to have her lightsaber be extended into that longer position, to have it be double bladed also. Moving to Darth Devastator. The armor is honestly just really cool. It is like a robotic armor on one side, regular one on the other. This really detailed hairpiece with kind of a frown on one side and a smile on the other. And yeah, honestly, really cool figure, and it looks nice. Going to our next one, we have Bounty Hunter C-3PO. It was a really fun, different, and unique version. I really like the black arm on there. That's really nice and detailed. Then you have the regular arm. It would have been cool if they had they'll like have black instead of silver also. But I'm fine with that. Then the red eyes also looks really cool, where you just get this really interesting, different, and unique version of 3PO, although technically the only different pieces are the eyes here and the arm here. But yeah, honestly, it's a really cool detailed figure, and it's nice to have in there. Now going to the next one, we have Beach or Surfer Luke. This one just has some cool details in him where, yeah, it's not the most unique figure ever. He has sandals on, he has like cargo pants, and then he also has the small necklace that Anakin made for Padme, which honestly, just looking at it, would be pretty interesting to see if that was something where Padme actually raised him and he lost her. He has a carton of blue milk, a little more of a smile on this side, and then with sunglasses on the other. Looking at the back side, just really detailed printing on here with a surfboard. There's just a bunch of little details on there. And yeah, honestly, it's just a really cool, unique, and kind of different figure. It is a fun figure to have. Looking at the most insane figure to ever exist, we have Darth Jar Jar, and so glad that he said "On My Best" is coming back for season 2. He has what I'm guessing is a can of Bacta or something. Some just really awesome armor. Then he has just normal legs, a double-bladed lightsaber, and the return of this Gungan headpiece. I honestly don't know when the last time we had a Gungan was, but it's just really, really cool to see him. And it's just an impressive figure to have. He's just such a mean character, and it's just so crazy he's an actual Lego set. But he is not my favorite figure. My favorite figure has to be also the most expensive one. This figure's like worth like $30. But that is Jedi Vader. You have this incredible inverted Vader suit. This was first seen in the Star Wars Infinites comic, and this was in a story where he actually tries to kill Palpatine alongside Luke and Leia, and while he fails, he does survive, and he gets this alternate white armor. It just looks so nice to have this kind of like inverted color scheme. The white suit looks just genuinely incredible. He has a blue lightsaber like he did originally. Some really nice robe printing under this cloak. And then the absolute best part, this head that is made to look very reminiscent of Sebastian Stan, who played him in the original version of Return of the Jedi as a Force Ghost, and also when he was unmasked at the end. Well, yeah, this honestly looks incredible, and you could easily just add some gray hair to this, Jedi robes to have a older version of Anakin, and I just love this head detail. It doesn't make sense for his head to be like this if he's in the Vader suit, but it just looks amazing. And I just genuinely love how it looks. No back head printing, which is a little of a shame. Wish that they did and maybe include a hairpiece. But absolutely incredible. I just love having this older Anakin head, and it would just be incredible to go and make a alternate version of Anakin where he was alive, or he was a Jedi during the original trilogy, and have him in Jedi robes. As a genuinely incredible figure. Easily the best one in this. And as I said, he's worth $30 now. I'm assuming he's going to be going up a bunch after this set retires, because they're probably never going to make that figure again. Everything about him besides the lightsaber is unique. Now, taking a look at the Falcon itself, it's just a really cool inverted color version, as I said. I do like that the spring-loaded shooters are hidden inside of it, so you don't have to have them be super visible. Yeah, you have a satellite dish here where instead of it being a radar communication device, it is a Death Star laser. And it just looks cool there. They probably could have done the same thing they did for the Death Star 2 one and add that one plant piece in. Although I think that only has 3 points, so they would have to change things around a little bit and take out one of those little focusing lasers on here. But yeah, honestly, it looks really cool. It has this nice and pretty cool connection point, and it can move it around so it could aim and fire at other people. Then, as every version of the Falcon does, it has quad turbo lasers, which are extremely easy to knock off. But you could easily never reattach them. And I'll show off the inside in just a minute, but there's full rotation. Move up and down, and then you can also pull this up and take out a really cool looking control console where you have the ability to go and fire the quad turbo lasers, although there isn't any like basic troopers doing that, which I feel like would be happening on this version of the Falcon. Moving to the bottom side, yeah, there's some exposed studs, but there's also another laser turret Again, it's a full motion like the other one. And then there is the landing gear, which it looks nice and impressive, keeping it off the ground. It would be cool if it had a retractable option, because there's technically just barely not enough room down here. But still, it looks nice, and you can easily carry it. Although this piece really, really easily falls off all the time. I'm even noticing. Now taking it, one other thing I think would have been cool, although this would have been designed for the thing, is have this filled in. I feel like if it was sort of like this, obviously having this be flat and this being filled in, it would have been looked like a cool other version of the Falcon, sort of like the Solo one. And it would have been a nice alternate look for the Falcon. Like, I don't even mean like have anything in there, but I just mean like literally have it just closed off here. You could probably easily have designed something that could slide in. But yeah, as I said, it'd just be a cool alternate look to it to make it look even more of like an alternate universe version. But yeah, you could take this and pretty easily fold these panels up. This is the weakest connection because it is not attached to the way the others are. You can move to the back side. Just see how nice and impressive the details are here. And fold all these panels up. And just go look at the interior. Just looking around at it, because it is pretty impressive. There is, well, let's start at the back, a prison cell here. You go and have a character sitting down here, and then you can just easily slide this piece into here, which is a lot easier if you're able to be up close to it. You have to attach it to this piece. But yeah, it's a cool little cell. There is a hyperdrive here with this pretty cool sticker print on there. And as I said, it's kind of easy to knock this off because it's just attached by this piece, but it just slides around. There's a bunch of back to here. That's what I'm going to assume it is, because technically they didn't say what it was. Over here, there is kind of a PS5 with a Game of Dejaric on a TV, which is a different and unique way to have it. And then you have the box to the game down here. There's also a controller on this table. And then, I have to move in on it because I got to pull them out. But two just really cool looking chairs over here. Yeah, see, it's just so cool to have this different and unique version of the Falcon. If you look to the side, you have Luke's surfboard here being held, so because in the side he's supposed to be held prisoner inside that cell. Over here you have two beds that are set up, and I mean they're cool looking beds. It feels like it reminds me of something that'd be on a Republic vendor. Also because the color scheme kind of matches that, and it just looks nice there. You can easily just take a figure, place their feet here, and have them laying in bed. Move Luke back to the side, you can take a little bit more around. Kind of hard to see, but over here there's a control panel, which is set directly in front of Darth Dev's throne, which you can pull out. You're gonna have to get it out, but a simple throne build, but still looks cool. There's also a red kyber crystal built around it. And yeah, it just attaches with this little clip in there. And it's a simple but effective throne build. And once again, you can easily just pop that in. Over here, there's this small area that attaches to the attachment thing here. I don't really know what this is supposed to be. Yeah, that's really all the interior details. Besides, as always, it has a small little ramp here for the characters to be able to get on and off of the Falcon. And that just simply clips in down there. Now closing it up, we can finally take a look at the cockpit. Pushing it back. I do feel like this piece doesn't fit in perfectly with these, which is a slight little problem, but it's ignorable enough. You can easily pop off the cockpit here. As you can see, it's a alternate color. It just looks really cool to have this red version of it. And then finally, you have a simple control area here where you can put 2 different people on the inside. But yeah, honestly, it's just a cool, different version. And if you wanted to modify it slightly, you could make this into the version of the Falcon from the Yuzan Manga War, where in the, not exactly early days, but the middle early days of the war, Han Solo had the Falcon painted completely black to go and just deal with his grief of losing Chewbacca. So it is an alternate version if you wanted to make it a more lore accurate version. And that was also just kind of to cover up all the damage to the Falcon because of how devastating that war is. Some other interesting things is there's these nice little details here where this isn't just held on by a clip. It has a small little lightsaber handle pushed in. And then the engines on the back are red. And yeah, honestly, this just looks really cool. It's a nice, impressive alternate version of this set. And especially for the price I got it, because I was at a local flea market and I actually found this. Someone selling this for a little more than I paid for it, but I managed to negotiate it down to $135. This set is worth $180, so that's definitely a good way for me to whittle down the price. Especially since slightly higher tax for me, so I'd have to pay probably closer to $200 if I bought this from Lego itself. And yeah, honestly, it is a really, really nice version of the set. And I'll have a few final comments to say, but that'll be after I go and grab the other version of the Falcon just to show off what they look like side by side. Yeah, and as I said, I'm going to show the 2 versions off side by side, and as I said, they're very similar designs. Small different details. This is the most recent Rise of Skywalker version, although I keep it populated with original trilogy characters. As you can kind of see, I have Han Solo and Chewbacca in the cockpit here. And the designs are very, very similar. You can see some slight differences with like how some things are placed on here. But more or less the basics of how it's designed are essentially the same. Everything is more or less just color swapped. Some pieces are a little far. This one's like a piece back, but maybe that was just me building it. They still have the spring-loaded shooters hidden in here, just like here. So yeah, you can push that in and this would launch out. As I said, I like how that's hidden in there. You can't really see it. Then, exact same build for the turret, just as it color swapped. Over here has same cockpit design. And yeah, it just looks cool to look at them next to each other. I got interrupted, but taking a look at the side profiles, more or less the same. Slight little differences in building techniques, but overall, essentially the same design. Moving to the back side. Again, basically exact same design except for this is fully in black and this is in like gray with blue and red swapped around. Finally moving to this final side profile. I can't really show both. That's kind of going back a little. But yeah, those two, yeah, pretty much the same. And it is just really interesting to go and look at these two different versions of the Millennium Falcon and have them to be compared, which is essentially the original trilogy version. I don't know if there's anything majorly changed besides maybe some extra battle damage marks on here, since this at least does have the round radar dish, because I just didn't like the fact the Force Awakens one had the rectangular one, and then this version. But yeah, this is really the best sequel trilogy set, since you get an iconic looking Star Wars vehicle. But yeah, honestly, as I said, just really, really awesome looking set. I really do like it, and I want to know what you think. Please let me know in the comments, and I'll see you on the next episode of Legends and Theories.
Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, check out the video on screen, and may the Force be with you.